Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are on Monday. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Hopefully, it'll be a day where you do stop and pause and realize all the blessings that you have and how blessed you are, and give thanks for your family, health, salvation, the presence of God, and all the blessings that flow through the Spirit who possesses you into your lives and into the lives around you. We are a blessed people, and especially in Canada, when we don't stop and realize that we're like in the top 1% of the world, regardless of what financial status you have in Canada. Just the fact that you are in Canada, just with all the support of the government and everything that you receive, puts you in the top 1% of the riches in the world. It's staggering to consider that. And then when Jesus turns around and says it's difficult for a rich man to enter into the kingdom, because our reliance isn't on the Father. It's on the government. It's on our jobs. It's on everything else. So we give thanks to the Lord for our jobs, but we recognize it's from Him. And we are dependent on Him, and we need to be in that place. So we're continuing to read through the Gospels today, and I remembered what it was. It was Matthew 11 and is it Luke 3? I'm not sure. I have to double check. But here we have Jesus talking about the eyes and the ears. Blessed is he, content, prosperous, happy, joyful. Blessed is he who has eyes to hear, or sorry, eyes to see, eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart that can receive and understand these things that Jesus is speaking. And just before that, so that we can have it in the context, he's talking about the different soils, the different heart conditions that there are, and we're responsible for that. And see that the longing of the heart will determine whether we have eyes to see and ears to hear. When we long for God, when we long for Father, when we long for Jesus, when we long for the Holy Spirit, when we long to be in fellowship, when we long to learn more, to grow more, when we long to confess what we're doing wrong so we can step into what He wants us to do, when we want to live by His values, when we are students, when we want to learn. So many of us are constantly in a place of wanting to teach, but where we are in a position of wanting to learn, then our soil is going to be good. We will have eyes to see and ears to hear, a soil that will receive, and not the wrong type of soil, not a shallow soil, but we will take that word and we'll go deeper with it. We'll take that thing that we receive and we will go deeper with it. We'll go deeper. That the roots grow down deep, so it produces something. It produces some action in us. It causes us to do something, and it just instead of just hearing and not doing anything with it. Jesus says that those who are blessed to hear and do the word and follows His instructions. And this seems to be a thing that's coming up in these last couple of days. Both on Sunday and in our devotions, that we have to move. And it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard when you become aware of things. It's and you have to stay in that thing. When you realize how toxic a thing is, people are, you have to be in the hazmat suit of Jesus Christ. Really, you have to be fully plugged into Him. If you're not fully plugged into Him, then don't go into those places. Don't go into a leper's camp unless you're absolutely 100% sure that He's got you covered. If you can't go in by faith, then don't go in. If you can't be in the midst of toxic people by faith, then don't enter into that place. You have to know that He's got you. He will supply you. You have to be standing on Him. That's our place. That's where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be there because that's the place where things are produced. We want to stay with the like-minded, but it's in those places, in those dark places, in those hard places, that's where he wants us to be, so that we can produce. But it's hard. It's hard, and that's why gathering together on Sunday is so important, because that's where we get washed and freed of those things and reminded of his love and the love of the church. We need to be in our prayer meetings. We need to be studying the Word. We need to be in fellowship. We need to have those intimate times with him throughout the week, because those are the places where we're sustained and fed and increased. And those are the places where we receive the seed, and where our heart increases, and where love overwhelms, and grace abounds, and mercy. It's so easy to judge. It's so easy to jump on people. It's so easy to call names. It's so easy to do these things. It's so much harder to walk in the ways that the Lord has given to us, because we have to be willing to say no to ourselves. That's what's so hard. To say, even when we're right, to say no to ourselves. Even when we're justified in doing that thing, say no to ourselves, and allow mercy to triumph over judgment. It has to. Because if we don't, then we're going to be judged according to this liberating word. And if we're found to be without mercy, then we will not be shown mercy. The word is so clear on that. Anyway, it's a lot for Thanksgiving, but it's just weighing very heavy on my heart today, especially as I read through Jesus' words. It's so often we're missing out on things because we don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, because we're lost in self. Be thankful today. Be absolutely thankful today. And let his ways be your ways. You be blessed today, people. Love you all. Enjoy the turkey. God bless.